Hi guys, Dave Rim here from Hit Fitness, just bringing you another fantastic drill. Again, you can practice away from the gym and you can use in your shadow boxing. So what I get asked a lot about is how to deal with an aggressive opponent. So I'm going to show you a way that you can use your foot defense or your footwork defense against an aggressive opponent using their aggression and their forward momentum against them. So the first thing I tell the guys is, the guys that I train is to not give away too much ground, especially in a straight line. And what I mean by that is, as you have an aggressive opponent coming towards you, you're going to use your feet to first of all keep the range between you and your opponent. But giving away too much ground will end with your back against the rope or your back in the corner. So you can imagine an aggressive opponent is coming towards you and you're using your feet to move constantly back in that straight line. All that's going to happen, like I said, is you're going to end up going as far back as the ropes, you're back against the ropes or into a corner. Okay, so what I tell our guys is to give no more than 2 steps back. 1, 2, okay, here we are, 1, 2, that's all the ground that we're going to give. Okay, after those 2 steps back is where we need to start to move and to create angles. Creating angles means that our opponent, who's aggressing coming forward with their shots, has to then reset their feet, which means they instantly have to stop their punching as they reset their feet, and it gives us that chance to move into the space. Okay, so there's a few different ways that we can create these angles, and we can move into space, and to give ourselves a little bit of time, or to maybe to come back with some counter punching. Okay, but first of all, today anyway, on this video, we're only going to worry about the footwork. Okay, so we're going to do the first one, which is circling, and what that is so 2 steps back. 1, 2, now we're going to start a circle. I'm an orthodox fighter, so I'm going to show you moving around to my right. It's the easiest way to circle. Okay, so let's start that again. I'm going to come back twice, and then I'm going to start to circle around. Okay, instantly, my opponent was coming forwards. I've started a circle, they've now got to reset their feet, stop the punching. That gives me time to move into the space and back into the centre of the ring if I can. One more time, moving backwards. 1, 2, circle, circle, okay? You can make it a little bit more definite, a little bit faster, so you can go 1, 2, circle, and now you're round into the centre of the ring. If you want to go the other way, so that's an orthodox fighter going to their right. If there's a southpaw fighter, it would be going to their left. Okay, but I'm going to do everything for an orthodox stance. Now, if I want to go to my left, that's more awkward with the feet, trying to circle while also moving backwards. So this is where we bring in the pivot. Canelo did this fantastic against Golovkin. As Golovkin would fire in his backhand, Canelo would be quite close to ropes, then you just pivot off and you create that space and move around. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Same again, we give no more than 2 steps back. 1, 2, from here, we pivot on that front foot. We can do a 90-degree pivot, and then we're away. We can do something a little bit less, maybe 45 degrees. Pivot here, then we're away. Either way, it means our opponent's coming forward with his shots, then has to adjust his feet to carry on his attack, okay? So, one more time, the pivot. 1, 2, pivot, and away into the space. The last one is probably more advanced. It works for some styles, doesn't work for others. And this is going to give us a chance to go left or right, and we may throw in a feint. So we square up the feet, which we don't do very often in boxing, but for a way to evade an offensive or an aggressive attacker, aggressive boxer, it works quite well. So how are we going to do that? Make sure you can see my feet. 2 steps back. 1, 2. Here, my lead leg is going to square up to my right leg. This gives me the option to go left or right. I can go this way, I can go this way. Okay, so I'm going to go right first. 1, 2, square, push away. Okay, then I'm going to go left. 1, 2, push away. Okay, I might even throw in a feint. So I might go 1, 2, square, feint that way, move around the other way. One more time, coming back. 1, 2, feint that way, move the other way. You'll notice as I move to my left, as soon as I can, I pivot, so my weapons are all facing. So let's go through those one more time, all the way from the top. Circle, 1, 2, circle. The pivot, 1, 2, pivot. And last but not least, the square up. 1, 2, square, go. And then the feint to finish it off. 1, 2, feint, and then go. Okay, those 3 different types of foot defences will allow you to come to the move out of range of an aggressive boxer that's coming at you with shots. Means they've got to reset their feet, stop their shots, gives you a chance to move, maybe even come back in with a counter. I hope those helped. Practice them when you're shadow boxing. The more you do it, the more comfortable you will feel doing them. And again, you'll start to bring them into your sparring and into your competitive bouts when you're comfortable and when it counts. Thanks very much. Feel free to share the video, drop any comments below, and I'll get back to you. Stay subscribed, stay tuned. There'll be lots more videos, especially coming forward in 2018.